Good day everyone. To start, as a working student, I know how hard it is to earn money. Every peso I receive comes from my own effort, time, and energy. It's not easy, especially when part of my salary automatically goes to taxes and other deductions like insurance and contributions. I understand that the taxes are important because they help the government provide services to the people. But it's disappointing when we find out that some of that money is being wasted or stolen. That's why the issue of the ghost flood control project should not be taken for granted because it involves my money and the people's money. I work hard every day balancing my school and work just to make a living. I wake up early to go to my job, to go to my work. And then after, I go to the school to attend my classes. Sometimes I get home tired, but I remind myself that all this effort is worth it because I'm contributing to something good. That's what I used to believe. But when I hear about ghost flood control projects, about this corruption, I can't help but feel frustrated. We pay our taxes faithfully, yet some officials misuse the funds that are supposed to help us. It hurts to see how some corrupt officials live in luxury while ordinary workers struggle. They can buy anything they want, travel whenever they like, and live comfortably. Meanwhile, most of us are counting every peso to make it through the week. It's unfair. These people don't realize their actions have real consequences for ordinary citizens. During the recent typhoons and floods in the country, many Filipinos suffered greatly. Some lost their homes, and others even lost their loved ones. What's sad is that this disaster could have been less damaging if proper flood control systems had been built. The funds were already allocated, but where did the projects go? How can there be flood control programs that exist only on paper? That's why they call it ghost projects because they were never built in the first place. It's disheartening to think that billions of pesos were supposed to spend on these projects, yet many communities still suffer from flooding. It makes me wonder how many lives could have been saved if that money had been used correctly. In my opinion, it's hard to believe that only two people were involved in this corruption. Stealing that money, stealing that much money requires more than just a few individuals. There must be a group of people working together, approving papers, signing documents, and covering up what really happened. That's how corruption continues to exist. It's the system that protects itself while the people suffer. As a student, I often ask myself, how do these officials sleep at night? They are given the responsibility to serve the people, yet they use that power to enrich themselves. They allocate small budgets for essential projects like roads, schools, and buildings, then pocket the rest. That's why some of our infrastructures are poorly made. After only 2 or 3 years, they are already need to repair or replacements. Then another project is approved and the same thing happens again. When I pass by some newly built roads that already have cracks or potholes, I can't help but think that money wasn't used properly. These are signs that something is wrong with how projects are handled. It's a cycle that repeats every few years: build, destroy, rebuild, while millions of pesos go to waste. Now, when the government talks about increasing taxes, I feel that ordinary workers also deserve a break. We are already paying so much, and yet we see little improvement. Prices of goods continue to rise, transportation costs are increasing, and rent keeps going up. Inflation makes it even harder to survive. Many Filipinos live paycheck to paycheck, and still they are the ones who carry the burden of corruption. That's why it's frustrating to see that when ordinary citizens make small mistakes, they are punished quickly. But when powerful people steal millions or even billions, they are often protected or given light penalties. This imbalance creates hopelessness among the people. I believe that government, especially the president, should take immediate and serious action. Corruption should not be tolerated in any form. There should be a proper investigation, accountability, and transparency in how public funds are used. Citizens deserve to know where their money goes. If this issue continues, more Filipino will lose faith in the system. Some will choose to work abroad, not because they want to leave their families, but because they feel that there's no future here. Many are forced to look for a better opportunity in other countries where their hard work is valued and their taxes are used properly. As a student, I still have hope that things can improve. Change may take time, but it starts with awareness and honesty. Every Filipino deserves a government that is trustworthy and responsible. Officials should remember that public money is not their personal property. It belongs to the people who work hard. Ay, and that's all. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening.